Hi everyone, I'm Joseph Tan. Welcome to Basic Business Finance. Today's topic is Structure of the Financial Statement, Part 2, Lecture 2, Part 7, Illustration. The question is, the following were extracted from the accounts of ABC Limited for the year ended 31st March 2020. I made some changes, some minor changes. I changed the year to 2020. Please update your question. If you have the old version of the question, please change to the new one, or you can simply upload the new version, the new version of the question itself from LMS. So basically, you have a table. You can spend a bit of time looking through it. The requirements that you got to calculate the following. You have calculate the gross profit, the selling expenses, all these items in with the answers on the right hand side. So after calculating, you will know whether you get the right answer or not. Okay. Now shall proceed to give you the answer for the front part. Okay, the answer. Let's go to the answer. For the first one, cash is a balance sheet. Is classified under balance sheet and is a current asset item. For marketing securities, okay, is a balance sheet, also current asset. Right, marketable security is basically like example shares. Okay, for example shares that you can be easily sold in the sell in the exchange, Singapore exchange. So basically, it's very liquid type of. Normally, it will be more of the liquid, very easily liquid. Basically means you can convert the securities or the shares, okay, the securities into cash quite easily. Next, we have account receivable. You also balance sheet current asset. So basically, account receivable, as you know, is basically people owe you money, owe the business money. All right. Next, inventories. So basically, it's the same thing. It's a balance sheet current asset. Next, we have office equipment. Office equipment is balance sheet fixed asset. So office equipment is intended for long-term usage. Okay, and has a long lifespan. So basically, the intention is to use it for a long period of time. So it will be under fixed asset. It's not current asset, right? Next, we look at accumulated depreciation office equipment. Okay, that will be fall under balance sheet and fixed asset because remember, this is related to office equipment. Office equipment is your fixed asset, whereas your accumulated depreciation is basically reduce. Is a item that will you reduce your fixed asset value. So basically, another name is they call it they call it contra asset, but I don't confuse you here. Okay, but that's what I think is related to your office equipment here. Next, we look at land. It's freehold, so it's a balance sheet fixed asset also, right? Next, we have long-term investment. Take note, this long-term investment. So basically, this is under balance sheet. It's a long-term asset. Okay, it's different from fixed asset. Fixed asset is basically more like the property. Fixed asset is more related to property equipment, property plant and equipment type of things that fall under fixed asset. Whereas for the rest will be fall under the non-current asset. Basically, it's a long-term asset, right? Okay. So basically, non-current asset is a more generic type of explanation. That things that don't fall under fixed asset will fall under non-current asset. Next, we have account payable. This will be balance sheet same also, but it's a current liability. It's a short-term type of liability. We owe, basically, the business owe other people money. Okay. Next, we have bank loan. Take note, this more, this repayable in 5 years time. So basically, it's more than a year. So you will be fall under balance sheet, same thing, and it's a non-current liabilities. So it's basically long-term liabilities. Next, we have accrual. Okay, accrual is a balance sheet, same thing. It's a current liabilities. It's a short-term type of loan. It's just basically you owe people money, and it's usually in a short-term basis. Right? It can be from 30 days. Okay, it can be from few months. Okay, range within few months. Okay. Normally it will be within few months or very less than a month. Okay. It depends. It depends on whether the person is going to lend you how long you're going to lend you. Next, motor vehicles. Okay, motor vehicle is balance sheet fixed asset. Okay, so basically I mentioned this fall under fixed asset because this is also for the plant equipment. Okay, it's for other part of the equipment. So basically property, plant and equipment. So basically it's part of the equipment here. Next, balance sheet, you have, next is accumulated depreciation for motor vehicles. It's related to a motor vehicle. So you'll be put at the same place as a motor vehicle. So it's balance sheet and fixed asset. Next, we have share capital. share capital is still in balance sheet. Okay, and this is shareholders equity. Okay, these are fall under shareholders equity, right? And yeah, so basically here this of basically is what the owners have put into the business, the investment. Okay, the capital they put into the business. Right. Next, retain profits. Same thing. This will be a balance sheet, and it will be shareholders' equity because whatever profit made by the business that is kept in the business will be falls under shareholders' equity. Right. Next, we have sales revenue. Revenue. Take note the words revenue basically is income. So this definitely will fall in your P&L. Okay, we know that P&L have basically three elements. That is profit, expenses, and revenue, expenses, and profit. So this is revenue. So this is P&L revenue. Next, we have cost of goods sold. Okay, obviously is P&L and expenses. Interest expense, the word expense is there, so it's an expense and it's fall under P&L. Depreciation for office equipment. Take note, accumulated depreciation and depreciation are two different things. Okay, they're related, but they're two different things. Accumulated depreciation is a negative asset. Okay, whereas depreciation is an expense. Here is an expense fall under P&L. Advertising expense, same thing. The word is expense. Okay, is an expense and fall under P&L. So anything that's expense fall, just remember anything that's expense fall under P&L. Okay, next we have office salary is an expense that fall under P&L. Okay, and you have office rent expense. So you rent an office, you can pay expense for pay for the expenses. So basically expenses also fall under P&L. Depreciation, motor vehicle. So this is related to motor vehicle. Okay, it sounds like it's very same. A good highlight one thing. This is different from accumulated depreciation. Okay, they are related. Accumulated depreciation and depreciation, these are two different things. Right. Accumulated depreciation is a negative asset. Okay, whereas depreciation is an expense. So please take note. This is an expense. Cannot misclassify the items. The moment misclassified, you get the accounts wrong. So it's an expense for the P&L. So anything that's expense for the P&L. You have other office expenses. Is there expenses? Okay, for the P&L. Sales salary. So it's the same thing as expenses for the P&L. Next, moving on. Gross profit. How do we find a gross profit? It's basically a sales revenue less minus cost of goods sold. So it's 267, 200 minus 100, 100. Give you 167, 100. This is the cost gross profit. Next, you have selling expense. Okay, selling expense equals to advertising expense plus sales salary. So all these are related to selling expense. Okay, so that's why they put classify under here. They group here under this. They group under the selling expense. So it's 4K plus 70K, give you 74K. General admin and admin expenses. So it goes to office salary plus office rental expenses plus other office expenses. So it's 30.7K plus 13.6K plus 3.8K equals to 48.1K. Depreciation equals to depreciation of office equipment plus depreciation of motor vehicle. So it's 10K plus 6K equals to 16K. Operating profit equals to gross profit minus selling expense minus G&A expenses minus depreciation expenses. So it's 167, 100 minus 74K minus 48.1K minus 16K. Give you 29K. Net profit before tax equals to operating profit minus interest expense equals to 29K minus 1K equals to 28K. Income tax is 20% times net profit before tax. So it's 20% times 28K equals to 5.6K. Net profit after tax is net profit minus income tax. Basically, it's 28K minus 5.6K, give you 22.4K. Next, we have current asset equals to cash plus marketable securities plus account receivable plus inventories equals to 5K plus 18.5K plus 18.2K plus 15.2K equals to 56.9K. Your non-current assets equals to office equipment minus accumulated depreciation related to office equipment plus land plus long-term investment plus motor vehicle minus accumulated depreciation of motor vehicle. So you have 100k minus 40k plus 50k plus 30k plus 60k minus 18k gives you 182k. Current liabilities equals to account payable plus accruals. 6.4k plus 4k equals to 10.4k. Non-current liabilities equals to bank loan repayable in the year 2015. Take note, this still have 5 years life. I mean, just repayable in 5 years time. So basically, it's more than 1 year. It's belong. So it before the non-current, for the long term. So it's 10k. Next, we have shareholders equity. We know that shareholders equity equals to A minus L. So we know A equals to current asset plus non-current asset minus current liability minus non-current liability. So basically 56.9k plus 182k minus 10.4k minus 10k gives you 218.5k. We've come to the end of this section. Thank you for listening to me. See you soon.